these are the readings now for July. So I do all the collective readings now as monthly readings because I just think it works out better, because then I can get more done, and then I can actually start doing zodiacs for the month because I'll easily be able to fit that all in now. And I know I keep saying, oh, I don't do monthly readings, but I don't know. I look at other tarot channels and I think I should probably do it because I watch monthly readings, I have to admit. So, you know, they are quite nice to watch, aren't they? So I'll still do all the Monday reading, the midweek reading and the weekend reading. So you get 3 lots of zodiac readings a week. And then I'll do, in between that, I do the monthly collective readings for twin flame, soulmate, relationship. I'm going to do physical health, mental health, and also money. 3 separate. So that's 6 different types of monthly collective reads, isn't it? But I think it's interesting because I like looking at the twin flame every month. I like looking at the relationship every month, because just generally relationships. And then I like looking at the soulmate. And then I think looking at physical health separate from mental health is quite useful. You know, because obviously some of us have got physical health problems as well as mental health problems, slightly different issues, isn't it? And then obviously money, because there's no point in saying your job, your career, because some people get their money in different ways. So that is the breakdown really of the collective readings, and this is your twin flame for July. So let's go for it. Let's go for it. So, twin flame for July. We're asking Spirit to basically show us what's going on for the twin flame. This is somebody who's emotionally avoidant, okay? Let's see. Oh, good grief. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Okay. This means you need to centre yourself. I know that's what that means. It means Spirit is trying to tell you, pull back. Don't get wound up by the red flags. Don't get wound up by this person triggering or being cold. Don't be triggered by what's going on in their life. It's a sign that you've got to pull back, centre yourself into Spirit within. You need to be the centre, okay? You need to be the centre of your world, because the centre is the self, and the self is source. So we need to be the centre, not the twin. The twin flame is not the centre. I know it feels like it is, but the twin flame is not the centre. The self is the centre, and you need to be the centre of your world. Right, let's see what fairy energies, what spiritual energies we're getting here. Ooh, now this is a magical creature. Look at that. That is a very magical creature. Now let's just read that one actually, because do you know, to be honest with you, I'm not convinced I can remember that one. Number 45. It's lucky I've got the book right here, right under my nose. I do know most of them because I've been reading these for years, but 44. No, 45. Mental synthesis, discernment. Tate in the sylph glitters and glimmers brightly. She scatters a special fairy dust that energises the mind. However, energy is not everything, and the fairy dust that actually makes minds brighter as well as more energised is more rare, and she distributes it much less often. She's full of curiosity. So this is a very rare card to get. That's probably why I don't remember it, because it doesn't come out very often. Isn't that funny? So basically, she's an awakener. And she's full of ideas. But you need to be selective about the ideas that you're having. Okay. All right. So basically, it's a sign that something's going on in your mind. Something will be happening in your mind where you're kind of having an awakening. I feel a deeper awakening to spirit. Okay, I feel like you're being awakened to a deeper level of consciousness. And this relationship with this person who is very cold, very distant, mixed messages, that type of thing, it's just a sign, you know, look at the red flags, you know, look at what this person's showing you, and just know it's a sign from spirit that you need to go deeper into yourself. So don't focus on them as your centre, focus on you as your centre. And you've got this magical creature here, which is just emphasising that you are having an awakening. You are going to a deeper level of consciousness now. And your twin flame is no longer the centre, or your emotionally your emotionally avoidant person is no longer the centre of your world. And they may be struggling more than you know, because there's no longer this pull from you. There's no longer this sort of like drama going on. And they're probably finding that quite difficult, because they're not, I think they can even sense they're no longer, you're no longer the centre. They're no longer the centre. Sorry, it's confusing me, just what I'm trying to say. So let's go deeper and see what we get here. Basically, what I'm saying is, because I know sometimes the way I read isn't always very linear, you know, basically what it is, the twin flame was your centre. You were crazy on the twin flame. Yes, on one level you still are. If this is an emotionally avoidant person and not your twin, but somebody where you've got this, again, they were sort of your centre because they knew how to press your buttons. Like the twin flame knows how to press your buttons. This emotionally avoidant person in your life knows exactly how to press your buttons, and they loved it. They thrived on it. Their ego thrived on the fact that it had you hanging on a string. And what I'm saying to you is that is no longer the case, because you're being woken up by spirit. You're being sent a message to make you the centre of your universe, not this person. So there was a lot of purging. You know, we've got the Three of Swords straight away. There's been a lot of purging in the past to do with this person, ridiculous amounts. Obviously we know that was all to open the heart up, to help you clear off old pain body. This person was sent into your life to drive you crazy, to drive you freaking nuts, so that you could get rid of all this old pain body you were carrying, you know. And basically that's what you had with that Three of Swords. Sorry, Three of Swords. That's what you had with the Three of Swords. So yeah, but they liked it in a weird sort of way. They liked it, you know, and there was a real resistance. You didn't want to let them go, no matter how painful it was. You couldn't let them go. You can't with the twin flame. You can't with the emotionally avoidant person in your life. You can't just let them go. It's not that simple, because this person, the equivalent of the twin flame, if it's not a twin flame, has been sent to you to basically trigger you badly, you know, a lot, so that you can become this clear vessel. So this person doesn't just move out of your life that easily, you know. You sort of have some ongoing bond. Now, what happens here at the moment is we've got the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Spirit is saying to you, don't give up. Okay, don't give up. Let's see what we're getting. Three of Swords reversed. You're getting over this. You're getting over it more than you realise, you know. You're actually over the worst of the purging now. So you still do purge over this person from time to time, but it's nowhere near the amount you used to. Now, the person you think about here, Five of Cups reversed, this person was going through a horrendous time. You know, the last, well, I don't really want to put a number on it, but I know for a lot of us it's been like the last sort of 2 or 3 years maybe. But in any case, this person, when you first connected with them, let's just say, this person was going through a really horrendous time. They were on the aftermath of it all. Now they're actually coming into a better vibration themselves. They're actually sort of over the worst of a lot of their problems they had. They were going through a period of grief. They were going through a period of regrets. They were going through a period of depression. And they sort of took it out on you, really. And they enjoyed the fact that you were sort of triggered by them really easily, because it kind of gave them a sense of purpose. I'm not saying they were being vindictive, but the thing is, even when someone's pushing you away or trying to wind you up, it gives the ego drama. And the ego always wants drama. The ego loves the attachment object, and you were the attachment object. You were the object that they could toy with, if you like. And it's not them, it's not their true spirit was toying with you, it was their ego, you know, because this person's had a lot of ego, and they were going for they were really like seeing themselves as a victim, you know. Poor me, I need everything done for me. And that's what they were going through when you connected with them initially. Now, tarot is showing that they're coming through the worst of that now. They've got the star card, so the stars are all aligned now for your twin flame or this emotionally avoidant person to actually heal very nicely, to come out of this really depressing period. And, you know, they may even reach out and contact you, because the Five of Cups in reverse can mean, you know, an ex returning, you know. So you may even hear from them. Also, it can signify them going into a new relationship. All right, but I do think for a lot of you, they will reach out. I'm saying that because my twin flame actually reached out to me recently. So it's very possible, because we are a soul family on this channel. We're a collective, you know. So we're all working on a similar energy, like a similar frequency, you know. And so it's very possible they could contact you. But the thing with this person is they lack belief. They still have a lot of fear. They've got a lot of fear-based energies, and that does hold them back, because with the star in the upright, everything's aligned and they're just going to go for it. In the reversed, you know, this person just lacks belief, and they're quite fearful. They're quite fearful of contacting you. They're quite fearful of being really upfront that they're feeling better and they'd like to resume. Or they're just quite fearful of just kind of like, you know, if this is platonic, like a family member or a friend who's just been really emotionally avoidant and kind of controlling in the past, you know, they're just kind of like scared of like the future, really. So right now, yeah, they are fearful. They're holding back here. Seven of Swords, you know, this is like holding back information. They're not really opening up to you fully. If you do hear from them, it will be kind of like half a message, if you know what I mean. It will be like, oh, it'd be nice to see you. But it wouldn't be like, oh, I've really missed you. I actually regret the way things went. You know what I mean? It would be that kind of contact. If they're thinking about you, it's like, oh, I would really like to reach out to my twin, although they might not probably know that you're their twin. And I would really like to reach out to my person, but how on earth would I do it? Because it would really expose me, and I feel really embarrassed, you know, because they want to be the one with the upper hand, the ego upper hand. If it's a platonic thing, you know, this person's just not wanting to tell you that actually, you know, how they really feel about you, that they do really care about you, that they have insecurities, that this person's definitely holding back. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, they don't want to admit to you that they really want you in their life. Three of Pentacles. They don't want to admit to you. Three of Pentacles is working together, building things up, new beginnings. that would be successful. I think this person really wants to re-establish a connection with you, but they really, really don't want to make themselves look vulnerable. And they really, really feel fearful about how to do it, because Five of Cups, like I said, can be an ex coming back or a new relationship. There's a lack of belief, there's fear there. You know, your connection with them is definitely over the worst. It's over the worst because you had that Seven of Pentacles reverse, which is don't give up. Three of Swords, you're over the worst of the purging. You're over the worst of the heartbreak or the aggravation in this relationship. This relationship's been through the worst already. You're now coming onto the other side. Your twin or your emotionally avoidant person is basically saying in their mind, I want to re-establish something. I want to regain connection. I want a new beginning, but they literally are useless how they're going to do this. Sorry, but that's just what I'm seeing. Because they've got pride. And it's confirming exactly what happened for me. So that's how I know. The Wheel of Fortune. How do they feel? Yeah, I mean, Wheel of Fortune is they're coming into a more fortunate period. And again, that makes sense because we've got the Five of Cups reversed. Five of Cups was their really unfortunate time where they had a lot of depression, a lot of negativity. They kept projecting it onto you all the time. Now they're coming into this more fortunate period of time. And that's why they want to play again. That's why they want to connect again. You know, well, let's see what else we're getting with this. 10 of Wands reversed. You know, they just don't really want to step up. That's the problem. And we always get this with this person, don't we? Because of their pride. That in the upright position, you know, you can see quite clearly he's stepping up for that woman. Oh dear. But in reverse, you know, it's somebody not stepping up for you. So they kind of still see themselves as a bit of a victim. They still see themselves as like, I don't really want to swallow my pride and reach out to you, because they still perceive themselves as a bit wronged by you or life, I don't know. And it's their pride. They kind of like, I think they're annoyed, actually. I would honestly say that they're annoyed because I think this person would like everything to go in their favour. Well, they've got the Wheel of Fortune, so life is definitely starting to move more in their favour. They're definitely coming out of a very, I would say, quite dark time of their life. I think when they met you or were involved with you the last few years, should we say, or months, you know, it's been a dark time for them. But they're sort of going to start coming out of that dark time. And well, yeah, look at this, the sun. That's amazing, isn't it? Coming out of a dark time is my exact words, into the sun. So they're coming into the sun. They're quite immature the way they deal with it all, you know. They're quite immature because, again, they don't want to address things like an actual adult. They just kind of want to probably just slide into your DMs. I never use those kind of words because I'm not that young, but you know, or hip, but that is kind of what they say, isn't it? Slide into your DMs, or they just want to slide back into your life, or like they would probably even like, for some of them would like it be easier if you just contacted them or something. But yeah, they're just immature. Like they might just want to start having sex with you again, you know, or they just like to sort of resume the old activities you used to do, you know, like that. Page of Wands reversed. Yeah, they don't really want to send the message. Here, this is Page of Wands is sending a message, isn't it? They don't really, what they want is this to happen. They're thinking in their mind they want a new beginning, but they sort of want it to happen for them. Does that make sense? They don't really want to be the one that instigates it. I think it's because they've got pride. They want it to just happen naturally. But, you know, all right, things can happen naturally, but, you know, well, anyway, you don't need me to explain, do you really? What's hidden that you don't see is, you know, it's, I don't think you're really ever going to have a conventional relationship with this person. You know, that is the Four of Wands in reversed. It just means that there's commitment there between you and this person. I think this person is committed to you in the sense of their heart still thinks of you, their mind still thinks of you, their body still thinks of you, or there's like a platonic, you know, bond there, family bond. But it's never going to be the conventional relationship it used to be, or the conventional relationship that it could be. But there's this sense of commitment. It's really strange. But that's what this type of relationship is. It is a strange relationship. And until you experience it, you just don't know, right? A lot of unspoken things go on, and understandings go on without you actually having to say them. Look at that. King of Cups. King of Cups is spirit guides. It's protection. It's divinely guided. This is the thing. It's like I said, it's a lot of it is unspoken. You don't need to communicate with language with this person to know that there's just an understanding there, that there's such a bond that never really breaks. So you don't need to discuss it if you don't want. But you're being protected by spirit, both of you. I think spirit is keeping you both somehow together. Even if physically you're not together, energetically there's still some kind of connection there. Oh, right, that's interesting. The advice from spirit is the Ace of Wands. Wow, look at that, Ace of Wands. That's mad. The advice from spirit is the Ace of Wands. A new creative spark. I'm going to pick a card to go with that. You can read that however you want. Temperance card reversed. Hard to let go. Hard to let go, Temperance card reversed, because Temperance is all about letting go. It's a very gentle, calming energy, and in reversed, in the upright, you're tempering a material, and when you temper metal, it means to release stuff out, you know, and stuff gets released out. And then in reversed, it's like, there's a lack of balance here as well. Hard to let go, a lack of balance. Ace of Wands, my God. What does that mean? Let's pick one more card. I'm not clear on what they're saying. I can read different scenarios because this is a collective reading. I can read different scenarios into that. Probably you can. Oh, God. The devil. Oh, good grief. Okay, well, that's pretty clear then, isn't it? Because the devil is about attachment. The devil is about attachment. Temperance is finding it hard to let go. Ace of Wands is a creative spark, a new beginning, sexual as well. I think there's going to be a very strong pull for you to contact them. Some of you may have a very strong pull to start something new with somebody else. I don't see it personally. I think you may have a very strong urge to contact them. This is a super full moon. If you do, I just want to say, don't write a really long emotional message, please, because that will be your ego and it will repel them completely. If you do feel a strong urge to contact them, do it in a light-hearted way. You know, send a photo of yourself or a meme or something like that, you know, because remember, you're the centre. They are not the centre anymore. You are the centre because you've had your awakening. You've done all of this purging, you know. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing, really, that you may have a very strong urge to contact. If they haven't contacted you by a certain time, you may have a very strong urge to contact them. Judgment card is the outcome card. That is a good decision being made, and that is a new beginning. And it's a new beginning because of all the effort and the work that you put in. And it's coming underneath the Sun card. I have to admit, I don't think I've ever done a twin flame reading where I've seen this many cards indicating that they really want this connection with you. And like I said, if it's an emotionally avoidant family member or friend, I do feel that they are having an awakening, because the Judgment is also an awakening. There are invisible forces at play with the Judgment card, just like there is with that King of Cups, which is all about spirit guides supporting. Hangman reversed, you know, an awakening, universe forcing you to wake up. I think there could be... You've just got to remember the first card, which was about pay attention to the red flags, because the red flags are that you know full well this person struggles with emotional intimacy. So you can never, ever, ever expect a conventional relationship with them, remember? You can't expect that. This is all about making you more humble and understanding that you have to be kind of grateful for what you get from people in life, because it's just your ego that's wanting and expecting certain things and then getting let down and suffering every single time. You don't need your ego. You can just be connected to the self, you know, and that is your strongest spiritual urge. You have a stronger urge for your awakening and your connection to source, you know, to be your true essence. That is your strongest urge. If you watch my channel regularly, your strongest urge is to awaken to your highest level and be your true spiritual essence. And if that is the case, which I know it is if you watch this channel regularly, particularly if you watch these collective readings, then they are not your centre anymore. You are your centre. So you always have to bring it back to that. And it's hard, it's testing, because it's very easy to fall into old patterns of people pleasing to this person, pandering to them, chasing them, because obviously it's a very intense connection. It's a very triggering connection. Some of you might not feel any desire to people please them anymore, and you might not feel any addiction to all of that anymore. But you know, if you go down a certain road, it could reignite if you let yourself get too close. And basically, if you let yourself get too close to them, what you're doing is you're abandoning you. So you mustn't abandon yourself. You must stay centered in the self. You know, you are the self. And that is, you are the center. And this person is just somebody that spirit is used to awaken you. You are also awakening them. They are having an awakening about you, I think, right on this super full moon, or whenever you watch this video, your person's just waking up more and more and more to the fact that they've got an eternal link with you. But yeah, if you do reach out, if you don't hear from them and you choose to reach out, keep it lighthearted. You need to keep everything with this person lighthearted and keep always coming back to your centre. So that is the message. It's very amazing. It's very beautiful. Let's just pick, I'm quite keen to pick a card to see what this person's thinking. I'm ignoring other people. They don't feel the same connection with anyone else that they felt with you. You know, and it doesn't matter how much they got frustrated with you because you weren't playing things the way they wanted you to play things. And it doesn't matter how much that annoyed them, at the end of the day, they still feel the strongest bond that they have with anyone is with you. You know, and that hasn't replaced, that hasn't changed. Even if your person's in another relationship with somebody else, I can guarantee you they don't have the same connection. And I've said it before, but I'll say it again. I have been shown that some of you, it will be in years and they will come back to you. And I'm talking for some of you 10 years. And I know that to be the case. And I'm not telling anybody to wait 10 years, to wait around 10 years. I am telling you to live your life and be the centre. you know, and I'm even saying here there might be an urge for you to contact them at the moment, but some of you might not have the means to contact them at the moment. But in any way, you know, that some of you, they will come back eventually. So anyway, the point is that there is definitely an awakening going on for your person. They're realising how much they are moving on in their life. They're feeling much better in their life than they were. They're realising that they would actually really like to start this connection back up with you. They basically don't really want to take action on it, but if they do take action, they will, and it will just be like very, like I said, light-hearted. But they're definitely having some kind of awakening with that Judgment and Hangman there. 100% they're having an awakening about you. So it's going to be interesting, really. You know, it's hard for them as well, because they can't really, as much as their ego would love to just push you away, they can't really do that, you know. So anyway, that's the message, and I'm sending you lots of love. And if you'd like a one-to-one reading, you know I'm here. Just contact me, and thank you for subscribing. Peace and love across Gaia.